So I am in Tokyo Station, and I'm thinking about artificial intelligence systems, and I very much doubt that artificial intelligence systems are actually capable of deep thinking, especially in terms of understanding things. And I think understanding is disregarded in the discussions in the artificial intelligence because it is intangible. It's something that we cannot handle easily. But I think understanding is actually central to the future of artificial intelligence. In terms of AI safety and AI alignment, I think understanding in artificial intelligence systems is key to journey from here. Having said that, of course, in humans, understanding is difficult. Sometimes we claim to have understood something, but later we often prove to be wrong, plain wrong. And we have illusions of understanding. Actually, in general, I think understanding is an illusion. And so, it is, I think, cognitive, scientifically speaking, I think it is very crucial to understand what functional roles, if any, indeed, understanding plays in cognition. And, Roger Penrose argued beautifully in his book, Embarrassing Your Mind, that understanding is actually central to our endeavors in mathematics, physics, and so on. And of course, Roger Penrose is a genius, so he's entitled to rant about his intuitive understanding of understanding. But the rest of us, or indeed from technical point of view, we need to somehow pin down what understanding is. But it's actually as difficult as a mind-brain problem, because understanding is a subjective feeling, subjective epiphenomenal, probably, and phenomenological aspect of our cognition. So understanding is really hard. Sometimes I think that intelligence should be measured in terms of the difficulty of the task involved. For example, proving Fermat's last theorem is difficult, and Wiles proved it, but arguably what Fermat had in mind was different from what Wiles finally came up with. And as that scribble of at the margin of a book that Fermat was possessing, maybe Fermat was under illusory sense of understanding. Maybe he didn't understand Fermat's last theorem, but that could have been a really interesting read to interesting mathematics, if not genuinely authentic proof of that last theorem. But we don't know what Fermat had in mind. But sometimes understanding can be fuel for thinking, because we are motivated to understand something. And for example, if we understood what dark matter, dark energy are, then we'll be happy. But at this time, we don't have a robust understanding of what these things are and what role they might play in physics. And also that same goes to the measurement problem in quantum mechanics. Now some people argue that there is no measurement problem, but I beg to differ. I don't feel I have understood quantum mechanics, and I suspect that for many people the reason why they do research is to try to arrive at a state of understanding. Roger Penrose is one of these people who says that quantum mechanics doesn't make sense, and I trust people who say that quantum mechanics is not understandable compared to those people who claim that they have understood quantum mechanics, which I think is most of the time a trivial statement based on delusions. And so trying to understand something can be a really beautiful motivator, if you like, to do research, to do thinking. So that is one clear cognitive function of try to understand. And the same goes for consciousness studies. Some people claim that they have understood consciousness rather trivially. I think I have not understood consciousness, after several decades or a few decades of toiling. But so that's why it motivates me to think about consciousness, especially these days in relationship to artificial intelligence systems. And it is in that context that I am discussing understanding in front of the Tokyo station here in Japan, because I would like to understand consciousness, not in the way that some people are trivially claiming to have understood. So understanding can be the holy grail, if you like, of research. And if you understood something, that will be great, much greater than recognition, awards, papers published or whatever. If you have understood something within you, that will be a really great reward. I think that is something that we all are all striving for. Those people who have tuned into this rather obscure channel. So I think there are many stories to be told about understanding yet. And one final twist, I think, is the fact that we haven't understood how artificial intelligence works. I mean, of course we know how to build large language models and AlphaFold and all these wonderful things that people have come up with. But at the end of the day, I don't think we have understood how artificial intelligence systems work, and that is why people are studying this research of mechanistic interpretability. People like Max Tegmark, and because we haven't understood how large language models could work in principle, and compared to the brain, which we find very difficult to measure. Artificial intelligence systems can be probed into, and they would probably, hopefully, reveal the secret of how they are doing it. And so even the artificial intelligence systems which we have built, without referring to the concept of understanding, actually pose a really serious problem about the foundations of understanding in artificial intelligence systems. Here, not understanding for the artificial agents per se, but a way of dealing with them. How we can, as a technological matter, construct and handle these systems, which are, again, very important issues in AI alignment and AI safety. I think it's fair to say that unless we feel that we have understood something, we don't feel safe about manipulation in the technological domain. Well, some people argue that we haven't understood how airplanes fly. That might be so, but unless we have understood at least a gist of airborne machinery, we cannot say that we are manufacturing airplanes that are safe. The same goes for space travel, computers, iPhones with which I am recording this video, and so on. So I think, despite the almost disdainful attitude that some people say and have about this approach of understanding, I think it's a genuine, legit research theme. And I, for myself, would love to devote at least some part of my efforts into understanding in humans and in artificial intelligence systems. Anyway, I really feel it's a beautiful place to say these nonsenses about in front of the Tokyo station. And if you ever come towards this part of the world, I do recommend you to spend some time here in this square. in front of the Tokyo station and maybe talking about artificial intelligence and recording YouTube, just like me.